Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Heel Jack with your boy Nani and my boy
Anthony.
In the spirit of Halloween coming up soon, all these Halloween movies and spooky season, we have a spooky episode for you guys today. That's what I was saying. Yes.
Okay. Today we're doing the top 5 most controversial sneakers of all time.
So number 5, Jeremy Scott always does some crazy sneakers.
Yeah.
He has bears on his shoes. He has
With
like
the
crazy wings and logo with
Right.
Adidas.
So he usually gets inspired by toys that he grew up with, right? He was inspired by one called My Pet Monster.
Yes, and it had shackles on it.
Right.
Going to the, what was it?
Ankles.
Ankles, correct.
Well, that's what it's looking like. But if you look at the toy, they're handcuffs.
But the weird controversial thing about that is they look like slave shoes, right?
That's what a lot of people were saying. I think Reverend Jesse Jackson was like, man, those are slave shoes. Straight
Yes,
up.
definitely.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it gives it a bad rep to it. And people wouldn't want to wear that. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely not.
It just looks off. It doesn't look cool.
Yeah.
I think he tried to test the boundaries, but he really did test those boundaries.
And what's crazy about the Jeremy Scott stuff, like he's always I'm not saying he's pandering or like the audience is for kids, because you see the wacky shoes that he has.
Yes.
So these were kind of aimed at kids, but it was definitely a completely different meaning. Even he said it himself, like that's not what they're about, but they didn't look that way.
Yes. And then maybe he just didn't assume it was, but definitely it didn't look good. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to have shackles on their feet anymore. It's not cool anymore. We're done.
That's
you know
so
what I mean?
300 years ago.
Yeah, it is what it is, you know? But that was a little weird,
super
eerie.
weird. So yeah, this isn't scary, but it was definitely like, uneasy, right?
Ugh, yes.
All right. So at number 4 on the list, we have all Jordans.
All Jordans, right?
All Jordans. So since the dawn of time, since they dropped, they've been very controversial, like as far as people fighting with each other.
Yes, killing each other for the shoes.
Right. So
also getting banned, wearing them on the court.
Oh, that's right.
There's a whole bunch of stuff with it, Jordan 1s and all that. But then we had an article from Sports Illustrated where they said, what?
So this was in 89, I believe, and I think they were talking about the Jordan 4.
Yes.
Apparently a 16-year-old man, he got choked to death by a 17-year-old.
Yes,
for his
which
shoes.
is crazy. It's never that serious for any situation like that. And it happened in Illinois.
Right, next to Chicago and stuff. So, that's his home state. He even got a lot of backlash too. Yes. Jordan's made a statement saying like, I never ever thought about I thought this was gonna bring goodness to the community, to my supporters, and it's sad to see that people, that hasn't been the only time.
No, there has been multiple times.
Later on, we get an instance of some Jordan 1s, I believe.
Yes.
Same year. Or it might have been the next year or something. Somewhere in the 90s. Someone got shot. Another kid.
Yes.
These are children, low-key.
Young adults killing each other for some shoes. And it gets worse, because it's honestly common nowadays, right?
Yeah.
It's not, people are checking people for their shoes and all that. But it just started kind of this real controversial statement. And they said it was inhumane by publishing that thing from Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
And it had a pair of Jordan 5s, Fire Reds, with a gun.
With the strap.
Yeah, with the strap, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
Not a good look, but definitely is kind of creepy and eerie sometimes, because it's we didn't expect shoes to get to that point, right?
And it's so bad that it's still going on today.
Yes.
Have you ever dealt with shoes on OfferUp and you felt kind of sketched or weird?
No, never really bought anything off OfferUp. I just felt, I think because of the notion of that always happening, straight away from it. Yeah, just a little weird. You know what I mean? It's sneakers can be controversial with that.
This is not more of the sneakers. I think it's more of the people, right? Y'all need to chill out there.
Yes.
We need to chill out there.
At number 3, now we get into where we call it the scary part, spookiness of it. Aaron Hernandez, back in 2013, he played for the New England Patriots, my favorite team. And we loved him, but he was going through a whole bunch of stuff. He was apparently
gang affiliate. He killed some of his childhood friends growing up and stuff. There's something interesting that happened that actually got him caught.
Yes.
Under the investigation, when they were looking at all the files and evidence, a specific pair of shoes that he was wearing.
Yeah, so they had the outsoles of the Jordan 11s, which we all know. Iconic. We put it on there. It looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle foot, So and they said in the article that if he was wearing a used pair of shoes, they probably wouldn't have got it. But since it was such a brand new pair of shoes,
dead stock almost,
of actually Jordan 11 tuxedo lows.
Yeah, the black and white pair.
Yes.
I can't look at that pair the same. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you're right. That was the only piece of that's the one that got him.
Yes, definitely.
He was wearing those 11s, and they came out around that time, so they were fresh. They were brand new.
It's kind of crazy because it makes it notorious that he wore that shoe, so we consider Aaron Hernandez with that. And I've seen prices online that they're going for 600 and plus up because he wore that shoe, so they're giving it infamous name to it,
Right, the Aaron Hernandez.
The Aaron Hernandez 11s.
I wonder if Jordan or Nike is gonna think about re-retroing these.
Yeah, I doubt it, bro. No, hell no.
They're gonna put these in the vault. No,
definitely no Aaron Hernandez face on it, nothing. But it's
I could just imagine a special.
Imagine? No, but that's still crazy how You know what I mean? He got caught with that. There was so much
because
stuff
of the
going
shoes. All right, number 2, we have the Air Max 97 MSCHFs.
MSCHFs. Also known as a Lil Nas X shoe, but like you're right, you said it wasn't his shoe.
It wasn't a shoe.
But he was very promoting this whole
thing.
He was
the way I found about it is him through Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah, so like in that got a lot of buzz. How many pairs were there?
666 pairs.
And what's crazy about these were actually customs. Nike never dropped these.
Yeah.
They had no idea about these. But they were used. What was the base color? It was like a triple black.
Yeah, it was just a triple black 97. Mm-hmm. You know, they add their own pentagrams on it. The box is all special.
They sprinkled some demon stuff on it.
Yeah, real talk.
And the one that got the most controversial part was like they actually used human blood inside the bubble.
Yes, they got a drop of blood from the MSCHF employees.
That's crazy.
And they said it was for the art.
So me personally, I understand art for what it is. I don't mind no pentagram. It even said 666 too on the shoe, and it was very demon. You know,
it was numbered up to 666.
Right.
Give me a little eeriness to it because I was just like, nah, I don't really support it to the full max.
Yeah.
Yeah, MSCHF really did kind of attacked, everyone else. Like even if you weren't a sneaker consumer, it was controversial for everybody. Correct?
Every news outlet picked this up. All the conservatives, Christians. And I think rightfully so. My weirdness about the shoe is like they used human blood.
That was the weirdest part of it.
Why they got to do that?
Yeah, they had to do it. But on the other side of it, they had a holy water shoe we call
that's right.
Walk on Waters.
Right.
They had the same exact one, 97, but it was all white pair, and they got water from the Jordan River and they blessed it by actual priest or
which is
something.
very popular to do.
Yes,
like
and they
Catholic.
put it in the bubble.
Right.
So they had the good and the bad evil pact. So that I get why in the way they did it. It was also the retail was expensive for both pairs. It was $1,000 each.
Something crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Blood aside, I think it's a fire shoe. We saw them in I forgot what sneaker con we went to. They actually look kind of sick.
Well, black and red looks always sick,
That's
right? That's what I'm saying. But people did say they felt like eeriness or like they felt like a spirit coming after them, or they felt it all in the
burn
head.
The shoes.
Yeah, to burn the shoe or something like that. Yeah. At number 1, we have the Heaven's Gate SB. Talking about the cult about Heaven's Gate. If you're a Lil Uzi fan, you know what Heaven's Gate is. About a cult that ended up wearing a certain shoe.
Yeah. And
they all killed themselves in the mashing. Definitely kind of crazy where that Nike kind of did it, Nike SB kind of did it.
Yeah.
Knew about the fact about this whole cult thing, and they still made a shoe out of it. But a sample pair.
Yeah, this is SB. So SB, they're very low key on things. I don't think I wouldn't blame Nike in general. It's more like the people that created the shoe.
Yes.
I feel like there's a lot of people that do things intentional, and this was for sure inspired by those shoes. But I think Nike caught it.
Yes.
They're like,
they're like, no,
we ain't touching this shoe. We ain't making this. And it was there's only 24 pairs, sample pair.
Yes.
So they were actually in production. So like it was almost there. Like we almost got a Heaven's Gate dunk. It's crazy. Nike SB has done stuff when they scrap stuff.
Yes.
For legal reasons. We have the Freddy Cougars. We talked about this.
Yeah.
But this time was more like you can't.
It's too
touchy.
Too real. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And people's lives were lost, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And I think this was back in the 80s or 90s or so. Which we'll get more into detail another time.
For sure.
And let us know what you guys think was the most controversial shoe of all time is. It can be Jordans. It can be this Nikes, Heaven's Gate, and those Shackle shoes. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, guys. Helps us out. We also want you to go down to the description to look at our social media. Follow us back on there. We have our TikTok, Instagram, and all that.
It's been an episode of Heel Jack. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.